Uh, you're gonna just be seeing a black screen right now. I am technically back. I'm. I don't even want to know what to say to that. Let me get a monitor capture in here just as well, so I don't have to deal with it later. Put that out of game. I'm just getting back in right now. All right, so don't know if you can hear that. I'm gonna turn it down. It's DJ stream. I have it open on another little separate device. But thank you for your patience. I'm really sorry about that. I've been having this problem when I've just been crashing randomly whenever I have like maybe 2 to 3 extra tabs open. So I'm taking all of my stream stuff that I don't need and I'm putting it over on a separate little tablet device. Cortana, I don't want to talk to you right now. Looks like my game just froze, so I may have to redo that. Where's that mic? There it is. Again, if you are still around after all these problems, I applaud you. Thank you so much. Thanks for sticking around, you guys. It does mean a lot. It's been a hard morning to get everything working. I was up pretty late last night casting the Todd Pig Show match. Like I'll say a million times, but it really does feel good to know you guys enjoy the cast enough that you're willing to put up with my noobishness. So thank you guys so much for let me just I'll just find us a game. And I'm just gonna take a drink here. So we're going to get back into the Wapsitopian series. So it looks like since Wapsitopian lost game number 1 and they're in game number 3, I'm gonna guess Corazon or Wapsitopian won game number 2. Says I'm streaming. Ooh, there we go. It's progress. Progress is good. Let me just use the monitor capture just so we don't have any sort of issues. So yeah, we're just gonna do monitor capture. I'll take another drink. Not much of an advertisement, but if you can find Ishigaki pineapple juice, it's awesome. But here we go, guys. Time to get back to our chipper. Time to get back to our chipper cells. Bring the tournament back to the special. To the Yep. We've definitely come back. Definitely come back. So now I have all my stream stuff on a separate little tablet, so I don't do anything like that. Thank you guys for still sticking around here. You guys are awesome. You guys, I just can't say enough how much it means. Thank you guys so much. And we're hopping into game number 3 on Bridgehead LE. Eventually. Gonna take another drink while we're waiting. Alright, here we go. Back in action, back in form, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 3, representing himself, wants to bring it to a close. Wobsitopian. And his opponent, straight from the Brazilian Master Leagues, it's Corazon. Now, I don't mean he's actually a Master League player. I'm just saying he's a master at what he did. We saw in game number 1 how he used those DTs to really bring it home by taking out the tech structures. I don't exactly know what happened in the game number 2, but I don't think it went well for Corazon. I'm thinking maybe counter cheese. That's all I can think of. Well, Corazon slowing down the game a little bit. That Brazilian internet, not always the best, but I wouldn't know because I don't use Brazilian internet. But anyway, we do see a pretty standard game out of both players so far. Corazon once again going to go for that block off on his ramp. Now, the thing about this map is what makes this much more powerful is the fact that you do have this natural base in the back. The natural is defended by these rocks. Now, if those rocks do get taken down, it is a little bit of a hard hold, but certainly doable, especially with a player like Corazon. Corazon, really good player. Wobsitopian, again, another really good player. I don't know if I've seen... Like, I know Corazon's definitely been around. I've unfortunately never been able to cast him before this. But Wobsitopian, I haven't seen the name before. So, honestly, what he does is pretty good. He had a bit of a heartbreak that first game, of course, but... You know... And what do we see here? Going to look for that Nexus, it looks like, but that drone isn't leaving. No minerals for that second hat straight, but a good block on that gas with the probe. So that's going to delay any kind of speed timings here. Speed obviously needs 100 gas, and without minerals or gas, not much you can do. And will Wobsitopian decide to follow that up with a hatch in the main, or natural rather? Because it looks like Corazon is going to try and do something sneaky. He's going to hide a pylon down here, and from there he can do pretty much a lot of things. This drone. I just know this drone is going to do something. I don't know what, but he's destined for greatness. But anyway, we do see the assimilators getting worked on by this one drone. Doesn't want to hurt his income any. He does have a pretty big lead here in terms of his economy. He's 640 to 400. So that is going to help him out in the mid game. That probe going by there, not seeing that that dude right there. And it's really going to come down to whether Corazon decides to throw down a Nexus. That drone. Oh no, no! You just revealed. And actually, I know what's going on here. This is so smart. So the Twilight Council has been spotted, but the Dark Shrine is going to come down here. See, he selected the probe, and there it is, guys. This is going to hurt, mainly because these are not speedlings. If they were speedlings, it would help out a lot more, but also there's no lair. There's no lair to detect. You can't get overseers, so this is going to be, once again, a really hard hold for Wobbs to manage. That Dark Shrine, pretty much a linchpin here. Very good, Corazon, very good. Needs to get on top of Zindex as well. He's spending a lot of time trying to kill that assimilator, but like, he knows that's there. You can kind of assume it's either Blink or Dark Shrine, especially since it was rushed out. Usually you don't get Blink this early. You get it a little bit later when you're doing a Blink timing. But it does look like a Wapstopian wants to do a little bit of pressure here, but unfortunately that is completely walled off.
Are you casting?
Yes.
No one wants to know.
We do see him walling off the...
Casting right now.
We do see the gateway coming down to block off the wall. Sorry, that's my sister in the background. But here come the Dark Templar soon. The lair, halfway complete, will help him out a little. He has not seen this yet. That is the big factor here. 1 DT does warp in. 3 more gateways going to allow him to warp in at least 4 at a time. Hang on, I got to take this. Sorry about that. And like last game, we do see speed getting canceled here by a lot of DTs. This is a huge commitment, and it looks to be paying off. The Zealots, the Zerglings trying to kill them off, but there's just way too much here. I think Corazon may have done this. He's going to focus down the lair for now, which is honestly just a smart move here. The spawning pool is down, so you can't warp in or morph Zerglings. So here we go. Lair dies, and with it, I think Corazon has done it. There is 1 base still up here. A lot of minerals to make Zerglings, but unfortunately Zerglings just not good against this kind of tech. Going to pull all the drones here. Really wants to hold this off, but they're just dying like butter. Oh no. Oh. Wops obviously a little bit salty about that. I can't really blame him. It always hurts a little bit. It always hurts to lose to stuff like that. But yeah, he's a little bit salty about that. No. I'm gonna leave the party. I just don't want to get involved in anything. So I'm going to check out what we have. Okay, for some reason Cortana was on the other one saying, "Why do hippies still exist in America?" I don't know what I said to do that. But let's find another game here. I got a few tabs open over here. What are they doing? So yeah, I'm feeling great. How are you guys feeling tonight? We're almost done here. That was the quarterfinals. So we got maybe 3 to 4 more series to go here. Let me pull up the website. Pulling up everything, seeing who we got. I don't like typing in chat while the game is still underway for you guys. See everything. Like, honestly, it feels like a lot longer than 90 seconds, you know? DJ coming back online once again. If you guys don't know, he's twitch.tv/DJ Spectre. He's an awesome guy. You're probably watching him right now on a multi-Twitch, because that's what Pluto, Pluto put one of those up. He's an awesome dude. If you haven't checked out his Thirsty Thursday stream, which is coming on tomorrow, make sure you check that out. He plays a lot of different games. He plays StarCraft, Left 4 Dead, Need for Speed, etc., etc. And honestly, it's just a lot of fun. He interacts really well with you guys while he is getting wasted off his butt. Let's see, what a... Yeah, Corzon did win that game, Cubo. Gonna close the multi-Twitch. And that's my phone. No. Close that. I'll be right back, guys. Stick around for a second. I'm gonna turn on some music.
Pringles. Sweet sweet 手が出るうまさ。惜しくなった New Pringles.
I'm a filthy liar, guys. I didn't get the music on in time. Alright, so we're in the finals, actually. That is great. We're almost done here. So the finals are going to be, surprisingly, Zombie, our cheese master. Wait, are these best of 5? Oh, they're best of 5. Oh man, I left the party, but unfortunately. Oh, so I left a little bit early. Shoot. Apologize for that. But we still got the finals. It's gonna be Zombie and either Corazon or Wobbs, it looks like. Sorry about that. But yeah, Wobbs is getting a little bit salty, and honestly, if someone's starting to get salty, like, it's not something I like to cast just because I don't want to embarrass them or just like make them feel uncomfortable. But again, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, they're still online. So this is going to be a best of 7 finals while we get Wobbs and Corazon underway. Finish that up. They're going to finish that up. I accidentally left for that, and honestly, yeah, I just don't like casting players when they're probably tilted a little bit. It kind of, I don't, you know, he's a little bit upset, and I just don't like casting people when they get upset, just because they can make mistakes that they normally don't, and then unfortunately, sometimes it kind of just hurts their like morale and stuff. They get a little bit. Some people. I'm not saying Wobbs is like that. Is all Wobbs. If you're watching, I'm not saying anything bad. I swear, I would never say anything bad about a player. You know, it's just one of those things that you don't want them to get tilted for future. Like they start on ladder, they get angry, throw their keyboard because they did badly in front of people in a tournament. I'm not saying Wobbs is like that at all, but you know, it happens to the best of us. Like I can't imagine. You can't imagine the number of times I've almost broken my laptop just because I was doing poorly in a tournament and was being casted. But let's just put some music on for a minute. That's not it. We're gonna use Chrome. This is probably a bad idea. Let's go Monster Cat. Let's see if we can find any really good, just like hype music. That's not it at all. Good. Yeah, this may be good. But guys, we'll be before this stuff puts me to sleep. I've been terrible about music choices today, haven't I? But anyway, like I gotta give a shout out to Wobbs here. Like it takes a lot. It actually does take a lot to apologize when you know you've done, like you've been a little bit BM, like you saw last game. But it takes a really big guy to admit you were wrong in that. So, good on you, Wobbs. You're an awesome person. You're an awesome person as well as a good player. And let me just check everything in here. But, here we go. Corazon coming back. And we're going to get this last game underway. Sorry about the delays once again. So, once again, guys, thank you for tuning in. So far, we are doing awesome. We're doing awesome so far. We're almost done. We have a best-of-5 finals left. And then I sign off for a little bit. This is going to be my last cast until either Saturday, if I can get all set up. But I am going back to college. So this will be the last cast you see me in this beautiful environment. I'm going back to the cold, cold, cold north. Okay, and looks like we may be getting Black Knight in here as another caster. Not in this one, but he will be solo casting over there. Honestly, if I'm going to dual cast, I like doing it when I'm in the when we're in the middle. Not when we're in the middle, but like when we begin. It's a lot harder to switch from doing all the talking yourself to navigating between who's going to talk when. So we are going to hop into our last game of Coda LE. As you can see, unfortunately right now you're looking at my pajama bottoms. Because clothes are for wusses. But here we go, guys. Wobstopian, Corazon, 2-1 in favor of Corazon. We're ready to go. Oh, who's this now? Oh, it's just Adris. Adris is our Spanish caster. He's recently joined the team about maybe a few weeks ago. Gonna remove Wobstopian from that. So we have 3 casters in here, all desperately wanting to get their name in the annals of history. Oh, we don't need to be referees, Adris. Come on, let's get this game underway. But here we go, guys. Maybe the last map. Not the last map just yet. If Wobbs pulls it out, he's gonna go into game number 5 with that win advantage of 2-2. Now, that may not seem like an advantage, but whoever wins, like the last game going into the ace match, it has a pretty big lead in terms of mental mindset. And, yeah. So, here we go. Possibly last game. It's Coda LE. one of the most standard maps you can get in this matchup. It's about 50-50 on terms of who wins. And just waiting for everyone to load in. So spawning down here in the bottom position, representing himself, it's Wobstotopian. And down and up here in the top position, it's gonna be Corazon. Let's do all of this. 1 and 2. So we saw Corazon does like that rush to DT style, slowing down the game once again. That's not his fault. But will he decide to do it this time? The thing about the difference between this one and Bridgehead, which we saw him do in the last one, was that the base is down here rather than like somewhere over here. So it is a little bit harder to defend than that Bridgehead map, but it still could be worth it, you know? DT is just so powerful. Wobs may already know that that may be the case as well. Go up to that fast layer, get that Overlord or Overseer quickly, maybe get a couple of spines, go to Roach Tech or Hatch Tech or Hive Tech or Hydralis Tech. They all start with something, so you know they're all something in another. But we do see that probe moving out. Is he gonna go for the main base? Yes, he's actually going to hide right here. Now that is a place that you can see if you're going down the ramp, but not one you really look at. We do see the Overlords going in for that very small scout here. Not deciding to drone scout this game. Well, actually, as I say that, he's probably going to send this guy. No, this is a hatch drone. I'm starting to lose my edge, but yeah, we do see the probe now deciding to go in, missing the drone that went down for the hatchery, but Corazon not going to use this guy for any kind of sneakiness, but that assimilator does go down, and the extractor is already complete on the other side, so only one assimilator block. Definitely not going to hurt Wobstotopian too much because you can still get 3 guys into that gas, get your speed out in a normal time. We do see the wall off being finished up here by 1 Zealot. It's going to come out soon. This assimilator did finish, and this queen is on the way as well. This one drone just trying to say, I'm sick of it. You take our gas, I'll take your life. So far, he's tickled him, and this probe does have the same speed as a regular. Well, actually, let's see here. Alright, doesn't say. Oh, that line of sight block, that was a pretty nice move right there. The probe getting away once again, and we do see that assimilator starting to go down. Again, not that big a deal. You know, once you have 3 guys in gas over here, which he does not, he wants to get a little bit extra on his economy. You know, it's just not that big a deal. But we do see that probe going down, that drone chasing him into the depths of heck. It's where you go if you don't believe in gosh. But we do see a lot of gateways and that Twilight Council once again. This time, being so careful is Wob's going to look for that DT shrine somewhere, but it's going to be in base if it does decide to come. Looks like this time we may be just seeing a 4-gate blink timing. Well, actually, how many gateways is that? 1, 2, 3. That's not a gateway. 4. I may have failed math, but I do it on stream, so everyone can laugh. But yeah, a 4-gate. He's chronoing out that Cybercore. Wobs just has no idea this is coming. He really needs to get that Overlord in there, sacrifice it if necessary. There's nothing that shoots up at the moment. But unfortunately, right now, he's just droning up. He's got the gas still, so that is going for him. If he can get Zerg speed, he will help out a lot. But the Dark Shrine is already down. Corazon is using that style. But unfortunately, I don't think it'll be just as effective this time. We do have that layer complete. So this Overlord can become an Overseer. This one can become an Overseer. They all have potential, but who will make the switch? And we do see the Zealots moving out. The 4 gateways have been powered up and are going to go out onto the map. This will be spotted by this one Overseer, it looks like. Well, it gets scouted by the tower, but it gets scouted nonetheless. We do have the Overseer morphing in as well. So this is a little bit dicey for that DT shrine. DT's obviously a big commitment here if you make a lot, like Corazon has been doing. So we'll have to see if he's able to do it. The pylon gets scouted. So this is not looking too good for Corazon's attack. DT's still very powerful though. We do have it almost complete here in about 5 to 10 seconds. And the Zealots about to get surrounded here. Those were meant pretty much to prevent the DTs from getting hit. But they're still going to town on these Zerglings. The Zealots do get surrounded though, get picked off. That's a lot of minerals lost there. We look at the minerals lost tab. 525, and that pylon going down actually cancels all the warp-ins. No spores just yet. We still do have that Overseer somewhere around here. Where is he? There he is. It's going in with the army. That's not what you need to do. That's a lot of DT. So if you kill those off, that's a big commitment that Corazon will not get back. Fortunately, the Overseer is on the other side of the map with the army, but he does get pulled back. All the Spine Crawlers getting focused down. That does buy a Webstopian a lot of time here. Hatchery getting focused down now. The Overseer is still out of position. There's nothing in the main, but he's going straight for it. No, he's gonna lose his hatchery if he's not careful here. But with the vision, he may just barely know. Unfortunately, he does lose that hatch. But you know what? He has the money to throw down 3 just like it. It'll be like it never disappeared. Wobb's still on only Zergling tech, going to get a lot of them, but there's no complete wall off here. That one probe, not good enough. Continuing to warp in Zealots, that's maybe still a good choice. Zealots are pretty good. The Mothership Core as well coming in, but this is forcing Wobbs to make a lot of units here, where he probably wants to get that second hatch down, get that third hatch down soon. So it's still a good move out of Corazon. And another thing Corazon can do with that DT shrine, he can make Archon. It's a lot less gas intensive because it's not high Templars. But these elves, once again, getting picked off here, doing a lot of damage to the Zerglings in the process. They can't fight this amount of DTs, even though it's only 2. So he's really going to hunker down here on one base, get that Baneling nest up. That's a pretty good choice against the Zealots, I feel. But he really does need that second base back. If that second base equals income, the income tab may look like in his favor for now, but that's going to mine out a lot quicker just because it's oversaturated. We just see more DTs warping in. Soft contain pretty much out of Corazon. That's a burp. We do see the hatch coming down. So the Banelings need to get these guys all clumped up. It didn't look like Corazon was spreading too much because he doesn't suspect it. He has not seen the Baneling nest, but he has seen the Banelings, I think. No hatch coming down just yet. Really could throw that down soon. If he wanted to, he could even proxy it on the other side of the map. That would be so nice. But the Queens gotta be careful here not to overextend to kill that Mothership Core. Mothership Core is good damage against the Zerglings because they don't shoot up. They haven't evolved that technology just yet. But yeah, that Mothership Core staying alive for now is going to allow a recall soon. And on the back of this, we do have a Stargate. That's either going to be for Phoenix or for an Oracle. As you know, Wobbs has not built a Spore Crawler yet. So, actually, he has built a Spore Crawler. Not in the best position to stop one, but with Queen support, it should be enough. We do see the Overseer starting to go down. Unfortunately, you do need to keep those with the army. They kind of just wander wherever the heck they want. But, I mean, Wobbs is not dead by a long shot. Still, please put down the hatchery. Like, I just wanted to throw down the hatchery just because he does need that income. These guys are starting to mine out a little bit here. About halfway. Queen gonna get some more damage on those shields from the Mothership Core, but it does get out of there. And we do see Void Rays. Void Rays very good against what is coming out of Wobbs, which is roaches. And we also have a Hydra Sten out. So if Wobbs can hold on, he's gonna be in a very good position. He will have roaches, he'll have Hydralisks, he'll just be in a wonderful spot. But we do have the first Void Ray coming in, so he does need to get those Hydralisks out as soon as possible. The big problem as well that second hatch is all the larva production. He does have enough to throw down in the natural, but he has not decided to do so because he does not want to waste 300 minerals in case of losing, and just in case of losing it to this big attack. Now, another thing I kind of want to see here, just because it would be so powerful, Corazon would never expect it. Nidus. And we also see that hatchery going down. But a Nidus worm, I can't even imagine how powerful that would be, just because you can put one in the front. And it looks like Wob just a little bit tired here, going to get some good baneling shots, and wants to break out now. He wants this to end. The Oracle goes down immediately. That's detection, but I think these Archons may just prove... Oh no! The Archons do not... just can't take it out. But we do have the Void Ray coming in for support. Queen gets taken out. That is very disgusting. Ew. But, Wobstotopson, just microing for his life here. Needs to stay out of those Zealots range. Gotta kite back for pretty much. But, like, he did pretty well there in breaking out. He took out a lot of the units. Unfortunately, not enough to really be able to leave his base just yet, but he did spend a lot of those minerals and Hydralisks now. So his bank is starting to go down. Corazon spending his money very well, getting all these units. He doesn't have a penny to his name, and in this game, that is very good. But here we go. Wobstotopian gotta hold out against this. There may be way too much Zerg here. The Transfuser is doing well, but unfortunately, he move commanded for a second there, and he just lost his entire army. Oh man, that's gotta feel bad. You dirty Protoss, you. GG. And this time, it was in good taste. So GG, Corazon is your second finalist. Obviously the first one, the King of Cheese, the Master of Zerg, Zombie. So it's going to be a ZVP for our last match. So if you guys are enjoying the stream so far, let us know in the chat below. I'm going to... Alright, so now we're getting Sinistro in here. He's the guy, the admin, the king of everything. Now we do have a lot of people in the lobby here. I don't know if that's going to be good for our frame rates or much, but Zombie, accept the invite to this. Forgot the webcam was on. But if you're just tuning in, welcome to the stream, guys. We are in the finals of the Bronze, Silver, Gold Cup. I'm actually going to go make a Reddit post, I guess. Nah, I'm not going to do that. Let's get some Twitter up in here. Make sure everybody knows where to find us. But here we go. Let's Twitch.tv, all this stuff. Sorry, I'm just writing on Twitter. I'm a Twitter noob, so it takes a while. Yeah, passé. Alright, so we got everyone informed here. Not gonna make a Reddit post just because I think my thing's shadow banned. Like, not because of anything I did, just because I had to make a new account because Pastor Gaming seemed to have forgotten his own password. But this will be a best of 5 series. Again, ZVP. We got the couple of vetoes out of the way here. Corzon gets the first one. So while we're waiting for this to go underway, thank you guys for tuning in so far. This will be the last series of the night, I believe. And also, if you want to check out the Plat Diamond Finals, it looks like they are coming up as well. Twitch.tv/ either DJ Spectre or SC2 Pluto. I don't know if Regret is streaming them. But let me do some other little itty bitty behind the scenes stuff. Warning, high CPU usage. Uh-oh. Alright. So Moonlight Madness and Terraform have been taken out of the map pool. Corzon takes out Moonlight. Probably a good choice. Zombie, as you know, loves back rocks. Like, I'm not going to say too much more because every time I cast, he comes after me when I do bad by him. But Bridgehead is still here. Bridgehead, again, one of those back rocks. So for now, we have Coda as the first map. So we're having a little bit of an argument here. Let me check everything here. I've been here first. Like, Black Knight hasn't been here. So, what's this guy's Twitch? Bridgehead Dash and Cactus available. So, we're just waiting on all that. I'm kind of doing behind the scenes stuff. Black Knight definitely has to go get those finals, or the third place game. Alright, so everyone's ready. Kind of just arguing amongst ourselves. Everyone wants to do the finals. Nobody wants to do the third place game. But I was here first. You guys have been watching since the beginning. He just tuned in trying to steal our series. But anyway, it is going to be Zombie and Corzon. Stick around. I don't have an intro or nothing. I just kind of hope you stick around. Some more in here. Here we go. Spawning down here in the bottom position, representing SDC 12, it's Corazon. And up here in the top position, representing TBTG, it's Zombie. Now, TBTG, I just gotta say, I love that gamer tag, or that clan tag, mainly because I'm in TBTG. That being said, that is my that's my clan, but you will not see any kind of bias towards me. And Black Knight, yeah, grudge match. No, we're not doing that. He is diamond. And no. So he does cancel a pylon here in the wrong place, so he wants to get that wall done once again. So it looks like yeah, pardon the silence. So far, Zombie not deciding to do anything just yet. Gonna go for that spawning pool first on 14 rather than 15. Wants to be super safe here. I don't know if he was watching the last series, but it's a possibility. We do see that probe starting to move out now. Going to get that scouting information. And Zombie going for that gasless opening right now. Going to take a while to get speed. And as I say that, Jesus Christ, man. I even have a delay and you're stealing me. Jeez. You know, it's like when you have a delay on and then they do something that you say they're probably not going to do. It's like they're either reading your minds or just messing with you. But Zombie's still on one base for now. Looks like he wants to maybe go for that hatchery, and yes, indeed, he's going to send the guy down there right now with all the minerals required. And this probe going to get a good scout off on everything that is going on here. The extractor actually gets a good pickup there. Delayed his economy just for a second for that, but you know what? A good probe is a dead probe. And that's not biased, by the way. It's just fact. Like, you guys have all seen the series tonight, your ladder games. Just a good probe is a dead probe, unless you're Protoss. Then it's a good probe is their dead probe. But we have that as second hatch almost halfway complete. Queen on the way as well. Could go up to that third hatch soon. Usually you want to do that around the 5-minute mark if you're going for that early expansion. But Corazon is going to follow this up with a Nexus. The wall is not complete, however, so these 4 Zerglings are going to go in and do a little bit of damage here. The Zealot will prevent them from getting to the main base, but that Nexus is nowhere near that Zealot. He's like, no, my orders were to stand right here, and guard this spot. And, you know, these Zerglings are like, alright, you sure, man? We're just going to go out down here having a little bit of a nibble. And there we go. The Nexus not taking any damage just yet, just shields. But now, there we go. The Nexus is starting to take damage. Zealot gonna move down here with that sentry, going to try and kill these 4 Zerglings off. Zombie starting to bank a lot of minerals here. Really needs to start spending those. Gonna get another probe for his trouble to make sure that wall off is delayed just by a little bit. That Overlord getting tickled for a moment there. He's like, no, please stop. It hurts to get tickled. But we do see 3 gateways and a sentry. And that's actually a lot of sentries here. This kind of tells me he wants to attack soon. Zombie probably thinks that as well. Throws down that Roach Warren. Not the best choice, not the 100%. We see a lot of it in GSL where it has problems. Just because roaches don't really have that much range. But we do see the third hatch going down. So I think Zombie can make it work here. He doesn't have a layer just yet, so he can't get speed, so he really does need to stay on creep for this. But he's not in a bad position. Corazon is in a good position, but it's by no means a game-ending thing. We do have 4 gateways out now. That again tells me he wants to attack. That warp gate almost complete. And Zombie has no knowledge of this just yet. He is prevented from seeing all this because his guy. Yeah, he's just prevented for it right now. But we also see the Robo facility coming down here. As you know, the things that come out of there are very powerful against Zerg units, especially roaches. Immortals just absolutely wreck. And let me do a few things right over here so I can see how badly Black Knight is cursing me out right now, because I think he is. It's alright. But we do see that Phoenix gonna go get that scouting information. Robo facility coming down, like I said. And, you know, not too much else going on. We're gonna head into this mid-game pretty well. We got the layer on the way as well to get those upgrades for the roaches. To get that, maybe burrow and tunneling claws here. That would actually be pretty sweet, I feel. Just because it would negate the force field with no observers. And again, there's no observers here. We have immortals instead. You know, the attack is going to come soon. Once he gets maybe 2 immortals, he's going to go. But that still gives Zombie a lot of time to drone up. As a Zerg player, you need to get to that drone count pretty darn quickly so you can prevent any kind of aggression just with your macro. You do need units, though. That's something Zombie is doing very well here, even getting 3 evolution chambers to try and wall this off a bit. But he's doing pretty well in getting units to attack as well as pushing out those drones whenever he can. Let me get a few more things up. Ignore those little grunts. But Zombie is going to see when that 3rd base decides to go down. Corazon not deciding to do that just yet. He still hasn't decided to move out yet. That's what I'm trying to say here. But Zombie focusing entirely on army units at this point, not making any more drones, and it looks like Corazon is going to start to move out here. And here we go. This is going to be good, I feel. If those Zerglings get a wrap around, waste all the sentry energy, this is going to be really good for Zombie. But if those force fields are good and Zombie just takes way too much damage, it's going to be good for Corazon. It's a lot harder for the Protoss to get up to that death ball just because they can't make units en masse pretty much like a Zerg player can. But still, they're very good units. And we do have that forge production with that Robo Bay going up. Going to go up to those Colossus tech, which will honestly just take out Zerglings very efficiently here. And we do see the move out here by Corazon. That Zombie sees it as well. And also a warp prism coming down. That kind of tells me that this is either going to be for harassment or he's going to use it as a reinforcement point. Warp prism costs 200, so it is a bit more expensive than your regular pylon for warpins, but it can go onto creep, get you reinforcements that much quicker. A lot of Zerglings going down here. That's pretty bad. He shouldn't be losing those. Microing like a madman, 200 APM there for a second, and standing steadily at 62. But he does get into the main base. This is so huge here. He's going to lose a lot of probes here if Corazon is not careful. 9, 10, 11, 12. I can't even count that high sometimes. But this does force the entire army to come back. And that is a lot of damage here. That is not game ending just yet, but it's still pretty good. It gives Zombie the time he needs to drone up, fully saturate that natural base. And these guys are still in there, picking up Stalkers. Sees the Warp Prism with the 1 sentry inside. Good for the save. But, oh my gosh, that was just so good. 26 workers going down. That's his entire mineral line just gutted. The income tab now shows it. It's half to 1,500. That's not a place you want to be. This is going to force Corazon to move out. But the Immortals actually stuck there. Oh my gosh, things are just not going Corazon's way right now. And with the Hydras coming out, this is going to be a lot scarier for Corazon to move out. Just because with those, with Hydras, they outrange force fields. So your force fields are going to be useless. Plus with triple upgrades, he's at 111 right now. So that's going to help him a lot in the later game. Usually when you only get 2 of those, then you have to focus on either ranged or melee units. But with 3, you get right on top of this zombie, actually taking a lot of damage, trying to get on top of this process. It gets taken out, and he may take this entire fight here, but that is a lot of immortal damage being done here. The Stalkers actually stuck in their own force field. The Hydra's not attacking right now, but it looks like Zombie may just lose this fight. Unfortunately, he did not have enough here. Gonna remax on Zerglings for the moment, but he did take out a big chunk of Corazon's army. That's going to help him a lot here. His big goal here, stop this from snowballing, and he does do that by taking out the sentries. A lot of force field energy going down, but like I said, they're just outranged by that Hydra. And now we're going to get the wraparound with absolutely no force fields in existence right now. Oh my gosh, that Immortal just became useless once all the roaches were dead. And this whole push just gets taken out. Warp Prism dies, and like back at home, Corazon needs to just warp in units non-stop here. Getting on top of the Colossus, even. Oh man, this is not going in Corazon's favor right now. No. About 1/3 maybe. But we do see a big remax on Ling. Sorry about that. On the other side of the map, we do see Zealots and Stalkers, but no Colossus. Why? Because it's really hard to afford at the moment. He's gonna get one soon, but that's the switch into air. I don't know who this player is, but this is not Zombie. He's playing out of his mind good right now. He's gonna kill me for saying that. Even throwing down a hatch in the middle to get that creep spread going. Like, that is one of the things that is his problem here. No creep spread. But, yeah, these Zerglings almost definitely not going to be able to get in here. Gotta retreat for now. But yeah, Zombie's just in a great position. He's given a lot of damage to Corazon, both to the economy and the units. He stopped that death ball from getting up. He stopped the income pretty much, because now it's resaturated, yes, but he's still only on 2 base as the Zerg goes up to 4 with Hive. Now Hives, again, one of those things, super uber good. I don't know what that was, but yeah, the main is starting to mine out a little bit here, but again, 4 bases. And I mean, Corazon needs to do something here. He does have a lot of Zealots, which will help with the Zerglings, but not +2 Zerglings while you're on +1. Extended Thermal Lance, also not complete. He's trying to pump out double Colossus production, but that's a lot of Hydralisks and Roaches. It's 116 to 60. What's the button for that? Control A? Yeah. It's 116 to 62, 63 to 44 in worker supply. This is just looking really good. Oh, no. Nope. But this is just looking really good for Zombie here. Obviously, the power of Protoss can prevail in this situation, but it's just going to be very hard here. Corazon just been delayed from his taking a 3rd base for far too long. And, you know, his main's starting to mine out a little bit. We do have the Zerglings getting in position. A big pronged attack. Going to probably wait for Corazon to move out here. If he attacks up that ramp, it will be a bit problematic. But the Yoinks are going to come in soon with that Viper. And here we go, the big move out. It's going to get surrounded on both sides. One by Zerglings and the other by this. And here we go. The Zerglings get on top of the Colossus, really destroying them very quickly here. And this whole army is decimated. Zombie has taken this game, and he will go into the next game with that in his mind. So I'm just going to do a little bit here, and we're going to hop into game number 2 on Iron Fortress, another Zerg map. Obviously, you're going to have a lot of success with it as a Protoss, but still, it's a Zerg favorite map, especially when you get into that cross-pod position. Whew, tired. It's been a long day, been up since 2 a.m. this morning. But that is not complaining. We got a race check on the way. And here we go, guys. One game up in a best of 5 series. Iron Fortress LE, here we come. Stick around. So how you doing? That was weird. That was very creepy. Don't be creepy. Don't say my real name either. Don't be creepy, passer. Do 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 do. There we go. Okay, let's stop that right now. Just stop all nonsense. Here we go. Spawning in the bottom position, bottom right position of Iron Fortress, CBTG's Zombie. And his opponent down one game, looking to bring it back, SDC 12's Corzon. So we got a few minutes here. This map, not the one you want to cheese on. It looks like Zombie. No, that's not cheese. He's just no, that's definitely not cheese. I'm worried here because I see cheese everywhere now. Probe, and the probe is gonna see this pretty early. It's not cheese, but it's still something. Yeah, go Zombie. Thank you, Mattias Streams, coming on in here, giving your Zombie. Yeah. And so the problem is Zombie, he's a really good player. Honestly, he's plat level. He's been just practicing non-stop here recently, and honestly, I don't get why he's not able. Like, I think it's just because he can't. Yeah, he just hasn't been able to ladder. But yeah, he's definitely platinum level. He should be getting that promotion soon. He's not a smurf by any definition. He just hasn't been able to play ladder that often. But out of Corzon, we do see that Forge fast expand. That one probe trying to tickle that hatchery. And that's a little bit dangerous here. With that probe out on the map, Zombie does realize this, and he's going to scout out, prevent it from coming back towards his base. And we do see the Overlord going to see the Forge. No, he actually, yeah, he just barely saw that. I was about to say, Zombie, that's why you're in Gold League. You can't scout right with an Overlord. But he does scout that out, so he knows what's going on here. It's going to be a Forge fast expand. Nexus is already down. Gateway is part of the wall. So Zombie, how will Zombie react to this? I'll tell you how he's going to react. He's going to throw down that third hatch really early here. But yeah, he's going to throw down that third hatch pretty early here. Going to get that economy rolling here. This is the kind of map where you desperately need a macro game. Why? Because it's so hard to cheese. With these positions, it does kind of favor Zerg as well as crosspawn, just because it's just so easy to get over there with those fast, speedy Zerglings and all the speedy units of Zerg. But I'm not sure how this game will go here. It does look like we're gearing up for that macro style. And the hatchery going down, the queens on the way. A little bit late, just because that spawning pool has been done for just a few seconds here. But we do see the double gas going down. So what will Zombie decide to do this game? I've been saying it a lot. I don't know. He is like a free breeze in the wind. Oh, speaking of, let me and put that up there, just so you know who's doing what. And again, this is just a pretty standard macro game right now. Both players trying to get that economy up and rolling. Both players, even on worker count, Corazon taking a small lead there. I think he cut production for a split second here on the probes to get some tech out, but yeah, something's not making sense here, but that's because I am almost drunk, even though I have not had a sip of alcohol in like 7 hours. I'm drunk on life. I'm drunk on StarCraft. Let's just go with that. But we do see a Stargate coming out. This is pretty good, just because on this map you can get over to the Zerg's base with an Oracle pretty quickly here, and Zombie doesn't really spend too much on static defense unless he absolutely has to. He will absolutely have to defend against this one queen. Not really enough to take care of an Oracle. But we do see actually double Stargate here. What is Corazon doing? It looks like he may be going up to Carriers or Tempest or something. We have an in-base proxy Roddy build on the way, I assume. Yeah, there we go. We do see an Oracle coming out now. And actually, he's sending it... Oh, okay. I was about to say, sending it cross-spawn. Yeah, sending it cross-spawn wouldn't have been really smart. But, yeah, Mattias, I am waiting for that DT shrine here. I don't know if Zombie will fall for it. But, it'll be up to Zombie to decide what he wants to do with that. But we do see, once again, that 3 evolution chamber for those upgrades, for that wall off. I don't know if they can get past there, but yeah, they can. They may be destructible, but they are in the ground. But here we go. We do see the Oracle coming in here, and Zombie hasn't really scouted this. He has not seen the main, has not seen any kind of tech, but the Oracle is spotted now by this Overlord in a very good position. And just looking at it, Zombie has great unit spread. Just taking a look at everything here. I'm gonna throw down immediately a couple of Spore Crawlers. This Oracle has to be so careful here. Unfortunately, not doing any damage just yet. I'm gonna try and get one, but it's almost taken out. The Queen will finish it off almost. Oh man, oh no, oh no. Yeah, that Oracle, that was a big commitment. Well, actually it wasn't, never mind. But yeah, that is a big pickup here. You need the Oracle in the later game just to make units, or reveal units, kind of show the positioning on them. But unfortunately, he will not have that. But he will have that Stargate tech. A lot of Void Rays. Void Rays are so powerful. Back at this, we do see Zombie droning up once again to get that income, and that's what saved him in the last game. He was able to just get... He was just able to get so much damage done with those Hydralisks that he was able to afford just because he had the resources for it. And also on the other side, a Fleet Beacon. So we're definitely going to see either Tempests or Carriers. Carriers would be good against Hydralisks. Unfortunately, they're not. Hydralisks do just a lot of DPS. They take out Interceptors like it's nobody's business. So you really do... But if they are masked up, then they can do a lot of work to both the roaches that are on the way and the like. We do see the Hydros then coming down now. So mass voids, still pretty good here. We're gonna see the gateways. Going to see the gateways come into effect here soon. Get that ground army that you so desperately need to buffer for the Void Rays, because if the Hydras get under them, they just get wrecked. Hydras are awesome anti-air units. Now the difference is Corazon is able to take his third base this time. It looks like Zombie wants to kind of pressure that, kind of prevent it from going down here. The Overseer going to check out what's going on here. And there are no DTs just yet. We do have Tempests, however, on the way. Tempest, not a bad choice. Can't definitely say nothing bad about it. We'll have to see how he is able to micro them. That's going to depend on how well it does. But the Void Rays are revealed. Hydralisks are on production tab soon. Yeah, there we go. We're going to spawn 8 at a time here. And that's almost going to shut down this Void Ray. Hey, but he does need to be careful with it. He needs to get to that critical mass of Hydros before he's able to do anything. And that one probe is like, act like I'm a roach. Act like I'm a roach. And actually, he acted like a roach. Okay, now throw it on pylons. I'm not a roach. I am a proud, independent probe, and I don't need no roach. But we do see the roaches, again, going to the other side of the map. Going to try and get some reinforcements picked off. But now he sees the Tempest. He's got to be thinking, what the heck is going on? How many Stargates does this guy have? And does he know the answer? No, he does not. But the roaches do get taken out here. They're going to try and focus this down once again. But unfortunately, these guys are just sacrificed at this point. Now, the Hydras count is starting to get pretty big here. The one pylon does stay alive as well. That's kind of funny. Yeah, oracles are useless for harassment in the mid game, but they do get that reveal. Kind of just help out with positioning, knowing where the opponents are. But here we go. The Hydras starting to take out all these stalkers. Not under the Tempest just yet. They don't have their muscular augments just yet, but in a prismatic alignment, not going to do too much. The Void Rays getting taken out, and the Tempests are going to follow. That is an expensive loss here. One goes down, second one in a good position. The Hydras do need to get on that high ground before they can hit again, but honestly, Zombie needs to back off for just a couple of seconds here. 5 seconds until that muscular augment allows him to get underneath those Void Rays. But so far, he's taking, he's doing a lot of damage to these Void Rays. That's going to be it for this air army. Okay, he only uses DTAs in the early game. I'm trying to read chat here while focusing on the game, but let's just focus on the game instead. The Tempest getting taken out once again. That's so expensive, but they are in a good position now. Hydras do have good range, but they don't have that good of range to reach into this void, I don't believe. So Zombie is going to back off for now. And on the back of this, we see double Robo Bags. Where are those? There they are. Not the best position for him, just because that is an easily attackable position with what Zombie has. But still, it's a good move here because Hydras just die to the stuff that comes out of there. Here we go. These guys are going to go up the ramp here. There may be a few too many Zealots, but unfortunately that is a few too many Hydras instead. Going to get right on top of these Tempests, take one out, get on top of the Stalkers as well. And I mean, Zombie's just doing a lot of damage here with this attack. Going to get the Robo facilities if he focuses them down, but instead going to go for that Nexus. Oh my gosh, this is not going well for Corazon right now. He's still going, like, he can still come back in this. That is a lot of Hydras, but Corazon has a chance, pretty much. Tempests need to get in a good position here. Going to do just that, but just so many Hydras on the way, so many Zerglings, and with no counter in sight. Zombie gonna back off now, does not want to overextend. That's a good move, but actually he smells blood in the water, and by blood I mean Zealot blood. And you know why he smells it? Because he put it there. And here we go, all the Zerglings stream in. Corazon has to defend here, but GG is called. Zombie takes game number 2 in a commanding position. So we have a potential for only one more game. How does that make you guys feel? Gosh, I sound like Dr. Phil here. Alright, but I'm going to be back in a second. We are hopping into the lobby, but I need a banana. Why? Because I have not eaten all day. So we're gonna get into the lobby, and then we'll be right back. I'm gonna turn the video capture off for a second, and we'll be right back. Alright, sorry for leaving you without music or anything. I really didn't have too much there. And you guys still watching the game at the moment. You're seeing the last battle as I speak about it. Zombie needs to take a second here to pee. He has consumed a bit too much alcohol. Over too soon. Yeah, you know. Zombie, if he does what he's been doing in these last couple of games, he's going to be in a... Like, he's just going to take this if he keeps doing what he's been doing, I feel. Obviously, this will be his first championship win here, if he does, but Corazon still has a chance here. I can't show bias. But, yeah, Zombie, just one of those players you always have to look out for. That style that we saw out of him becoming a lot more popular in ZVP, just because a lot of time it used to be just Immortal Sentry all-ins, or not even... But, yeah, we're just waiting on Zombie right now. I want to see a good 5 games. Yeah, for those of you who don't know who Zombie is, he's been around forever. Hey, we have one more game, or 1 to 2 more games. About 15 to 20 minutes. But Zombie has just been around forever. He just recently started his own clan, Team BlissTech Gaming, which is the gamer tag that you see on screen.
You want to go to Han's Steakhouse?
Yes. But, like, he's just been around forever. I've played against him back when I was in, when I was just playing, not casting these things. And he's just the player you have to look out for. The fact that he's not in Plat, at least by now, it's just surprising to me. He does make some small mistakes in some of his games, but you just got to give props to the guy. He's been doing these for so long, and this will be his first win. If he does. But anyway, guys, here we go, hopping into game number 3, possibly the last one. We'll have to see. He's up 2 games, wants to close it out right now. It's Zombie, rising from the dead to take your ladder points. And up here in the top right position, representing Brazil, it's Corazon. One second, guys. I gotta talk to someone real quick. I'm gonna put you on that. All right. So did I mute myself? Well, 20 minutes from now, we may be done. Okay, let's get that back on. Hang on, get alt tab for a second, but okay, that's good. All right, I just had to make sure, because sometimes my mic muting is a bit out of hand. Now, Zombie, oh my gosh, Zombie, you devil, you can tell he wants to finish this out. Go to bed, have a good night's sleep. He wants this win so bad, he's willing to sacrifice the integrity just for a cheese play. Not that there's anything wrong with that, Zombie. Zombie, you man, you. Corazon is going to be able to wall off. Cortana! Oh no, what the? No, Cortana. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about Zombie. Ugh. I'm sorry, women. Love playing that style? Yeah, a lot of people have started loving to play the style. But, okay, so Cortana is going crazy on both my machines here. Kind of making it hard to get through. But what does Corazon need to do to defend against this cheese? He has to throw down the wall as soon as possible. That's pretty easy on this map considering how small the choke is. That's about 2 buildings there. And it looks like he does want to go for that wall off with a cannon.
Okay. So yeah.
Now this is scouted where Corazon is, so that is not going to be a problem here.
12:30.
Okay. Sorry, we're negotiating lunch plans on the side here. We're going to Han's Steakhouse, but yeah, Zealot, the zombies units are going across the map now. Will this wall be complete? No, it will not. The probe is going to get killed off here. So, oh, Corazon says lag. Oh man, that's bad. But Zombie just rallying units here. Gonna get a Baneling Nest as well. This is walled off completely. Needs to get that Zealot there as soon as possible. Going to go for DTs here in a desperation attempt. But Zombie does have the big chance to win this game right now. And you just gotta be careful not to lose too many. You're gonna get those Banelings up, and that is more than enough Banelings for that one Zealot. Oh man, it's so hard to tell if he's gonna win this game based off that. There are no sentries in production. That's really what you need. But yeah, this is just looking really, really dicey here for Corazon. And here we go. The Banelings explode. The Zealot does die. And that Warp Gate will never finish. And once that goes down, it's going to be GG. Getting a lot of probe kills here. Oh, I can't even speak. This is so zombie. Okay. What was that? Alright, so Corazon leaves the game. And Zombie takes a quick 3-0 victory over his opponent. So Zombie is your champion for this event. Make sure you all type GG Zombie wherever you are. I will not type this. So yeah, GG Zombie, he gets 1 hour of coaching with whoever he wants. Well, actually, he doesn't get to choose. We kind of just say, who do you want? It's probably going to be a Scarecrow, our head admin for this event. But yeah, this is his first one. This is his first win. GG Zombie. But Other than that, the event is over. I'm gonna send you guys over to the Platinum Finals. Hang on, I'm messing with my bottle here. But yeah, I'm just repeating myself. That was an amazing play by Zombie. But he wins the hour of coaching. Thank you guys for tuning in so far. I'm gonna send you over to the Plat Diamond Finals. I think they're still going on at the moment. So it's either gonna be Spectre or Pluto, probably Spectre. But thank you guys for tuning in so far. I'm Passer from Passer Gaming. You can find me here at Passer2300, right where you guys are. You can also find me youtube.com/gamersteed, or if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's PasserGaming2. That's the number, not the word. And thank you guys for tuning in. It means a lot. I'm sorry for all the technical difficulties we had, but you know, what are you gonna do? Well, I'll probably be better at streaming soon. I should be. I've been doing it for a month. But thank you guys for tuning in. See you guys next time.